But anyway, yeah, we're back with another very, very important thing. This is super duper important. We're gonna be doing a Gen 3 tier list. Now this is the Gen I grew up playing and loving. There's a few other Pokemon in here that are not actually Gen 3 because it's Gen 3 and related Pokemon. I don't think there's anywhere near as many as there was in Gen 2, but like Roserade, for example, won't be there. But that's why there's an other Gen tier. Doesn't look like there's that many that are other Gen. But anyway, so we're just gonna jump right into things. Yeah, this is the Gen I grew up with, so we'll have to see if
Ooh,
that leads me to having
bias.
stronger opinions towards stuff. But anyway, I think we're starting off with the starters. So what are we thinking about the starters in general?
Um, Trico's kind of like I don't want to say it's like my like a bad starter. I just think out of the three, it's my least favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just because I haven't had a good chance to actually use it. Because when I play Pokemon games, I'm always like water starter default.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and then I've just had a chance to use Torchic a lot recently, but I have like zero I just don't have as much of a draw toward Trico, but I still think it's a pretty I still think it's a solid Pokemon though. I think it's cute.
Is yeah, I think I'm trying to say yeah, Gen I was gonna say I think Gen 3 is the best starters, but that's also not
Probably bias.
well, I'm trying to think. I'm like where do we put like Blastoise, Charizard, and Venusaur?
Actually could not tell you. You want to pull up your old tier list
Let
and
me pull it
see?
up
Because you
real
downloaded
quick.
it, right?
Yeah, yeah, I have to. Hold on,
Okay.
give me 1 sec. I'll just don't show every little thing on my computer.
I'm guessing once we do the all first four generations, you'll get to post it on your tweeter.com.
I think yeah, I never did one, did I? I'll at some
No.
point I will. Yeah, we put them in A tier. Interesting.
Huh.
Um,
That's really wild. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I'm also like, huh.
yeah, I think they definitely could have gone in S tier, all of them, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Um, maybe we. Yeah, I'm trying to see. I think the middle evolutions are also the best out of the recent, like the past two gens.
Yeah, the middle the,
I
the, the
think
middle evolutions in this one are strong.
I do want to say I think in general I want to say I like using Gen 3 starters more than one in runs because they have a better move variety.
To be fair, I think out of the Gen 1 stars, I think the most versatile is the Bulbasaur line in
Even
terms
that
of what you can do.
it
But
doesn't
even that,
learn much.
yeah, no. Granted, that was also probably just the limitations of the gen, but you know.
Yeah, yeah. Um but yeah, no, so let's see. Okay. Do we want to say Torchic and Mudkip are S?
Yes.
Is that
That's
biasy?
that's fair. I actually really like them.
I think Trico would go A.
Yeah, I feel bad, but I think it's A. It's just
It's not. It
like
doesn't quite have the cute. I don't think.
it just isn't as strong as the other two, which is so sad.
And
It's
it's
so
it's
sad.
definitely not a bad starter. It's still a great starter. It's just when you're
Absolutely.
comparing to the adorableness of Torchic and Mudkip, it's an
But
unfair.
the grip Mudkip had on the internet culture,
Yeah, yeah.
you
Um.
never escape. You like Mudkips.
Okay, I'm trying to see what we want to do here. I mean, I think we could probably. I quite like Combuskin.
I do too, honestly. I think it's a very cute little friend.
I feel weird putting it in S, but
I think relatively compared to like all the other middle evolutions, I think it's a pretty strong one. Like you,
maybe we put them all in A, all the middle ones.
okay,
I think because yeah, I think we did like B's for Gen 1, and I don't know what happened with Gen 2. Probably B's as well.
yeah.
And I mean, I'd honestly say all three evolved starters are S tier in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I don't know. That's definitely some bias going into that. But having used, I think, all three starters in both Gen 1 and Gen 3, and probably even Gen 2 at this point, I think Gen 3s have always been the most versatile. Um, and the most fun to want to use all of them. Like I could, if you told me to do a run, I would struggle to decide every time what to pick because I like them all a lot. I'd be building my team around the starter as opposed to the picking the starter around the team, if that makes kind of sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got Poochyena and Mightyena.
Very good Pokemon.
Yeah, no, they've definitely really grown on me with time. I'd be willing to put them both in A, honestly.
Yeah, same. I started using them on one of my. I think I told you I used it on my team and then got attached to it.
Okay, Linoon and Zigzagoon.
Also solid.
Again, I think I love both of them, really.
Yeah.
Man, my bias is showing. Okay.
Doesn't help that it's one of the only generations I've also played a crud ton of.
Yeah. No, my bias is definitely going to be going here. We got the Beautifly, and I think Wurmple's pretty great.
Wurmple is good. Wurmple is good.
Are we thinking? What are we thinking for Wurmple?
I almost wanted to say S, but A is probably fairer.
Yeah, I was debating that. That's the debate I was having. Yeah, I think we gotta go A because it's adorable, but I think Weedle and Caterpie were sort of the first. And that's sort of the issue with this. Is that, like, when you compare, like, Rattata to Zigzagoon and Linoon, I mean, there's definitely a similarity, but it's not as blatantly obvious, I think, you know? While Wurmple is literally just Caterpie and Weedle. But yeah, no, so then we got Cascoon and Silcoon, which are definitely, I would just say, are inferior to Metapoding Kakuna. Because they just have none of the personality and you can barely tell the difference between them.
Yeah, I mean, they do. The only thing they have going for them is that they're orbs.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning. I mean, they're not awful and they have their own little personality, but I think, like. I could even say. Oh, you were thinking. I was thinking C or even D.
Let's meet at C.
Okay, because I figure the only issue is you can't even decide which one Wurmple evolves into. It just happens.
That's the fun of it. It's like a lottery.
Yeah, and Beautifly and Dustox, I think, are also kind of inferior to the Gen 1 counterparts.
I actually do kind of like Dustox, but
yeah, I was actually I did sort of like Dustox more than Beautifly, just a tad. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the image, but
it's like it is cool because like it's like a little moth, but we've already had a butterfly, you know.
Yeah, I almost want to put Dustox B and Beautifly C.
Dustox where?
B and Beautifly C.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, the Lotad line.
Absolutely god tier.
Yeah, I don't like Lombre. Like the other two. I mean, honestly, Lotad's just adorable.
It is very cute.
What are we thinking for Lotad?
S.
Yeah, I was debating S and A. I think we could put it in S. Just the design is so fun. Okay, but then I'd be like, and then I see Lombre, and I'm like, okay, C tier.
I like it though. Can we put it B?
Sure, we'll do B. And by that time, I think Ludicolo goes A.
Yeah.
I also very do much like the Shiftry line as well.
Oh yeah.
This sort of has the same issue. I like Nuzleaf more than I like Lombre. Like this whole line, I could see as just putting an A.
I'd even argue C.S, but I think it's just because I like C. It's the superior seed Pokemon.
I think Lotad has the better silly factor to it in comparison to C. But you also have a crippling weakness for things that are round.
Yeah.
You said that so sad. Okay, Tailo and Swellow. Now, I sort of have a that personal space in my heart for Swellow because the first time I really got through far into Pokemon, right? Ruby and Sapphire as a kid, was using nothing but a Swellow, and I couldn't beat the Elite Four with like a level 75 Swellow because it just couldn't deal with between like the ice person and the dragon person. So eventually I had to restart the game and then just did the same thing with Blaziken instead. I didn't get how teams worked.
It's okay, me neither.
But I definitely like it more than Spearow and Fearow.
Oh yeah.
Uh, I mean, we could put him A. I could definitely see B because there's nothing that
I'm fine with A.
special, I guess, about him, just purely based on a design point. But they're fun. Again, Pelipper and Wingull,
I like them.
also both very adorable. I mean, we could probably do A for them as well.
Hmm.
Be fair with that. Okay, we got. I'm taking Glade out of here. Okay, we got Ralts, Curlia, and Gardevoir. I quite like Gardevoir. The other two I'm just sort of on.
I like Ralts. He has a stupid haircut.
Yeah, I'm trying
Okay.
to.
And I kind of like the
You do,
entire line.
do we want to just put them all in A as well?
Yeah.
This is we're A stacking. Okay, we got Surskit and Masquerain. I think Surskit over time has grown on me on the cute factor, but I still don't really care that much for Masquerain.
Oh yeah, I think Surskit's a pretty solid Pokemon. Masquerain is not as cool, but I'm not like
Yeah,
particularly
I
offended
don't
by it.
hate it. That's what I say. I don't say I don't know. Surskit. Yeah, I mean maybe B honestly. In Masquerain C. I don't know if you have a objection to that.
Why would you put Surskit in B?
Do you want A?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do A. And then are you still okay with Masquerain and C?
Hmm.
Okay, Shroomish and Breloom. Another one that I feel like sort of evolved on me over time because it just has a fun like move set that it learns. Um I mean, I don't think you have much of a connection to them.
No, I like them.
Oh, you do. Okay. I would honestly put them A as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, the slacking line.
I think Slakoth is very nice.
It is. Honestly, I do quite like the whole line here too. God, my bias is showing. Oh man. I'm like, I don't have a Gen 3 bias. What are you talking about? Okay, every Pokemon is A tier?
To be fair, Gen 3 is pretty good.
No, I think Gen 3 is some of the most bestest designs. Do you just want to put them all A?
Hmm.
Okay. The Nincada line now.
I really love the concept of Shedinja.
Yeah, I like the concept, but I think I started to really dislike. I never was a huge fan of Shin Ninja, admittedly. I mean, conceptually it's really cool, but just in general, like design wise and using it wise, um, and I feel like over time I've just remember when I had to use it in that challenge run, I realized just how bad it was, and it was like it was just not fun to use. Because it's slow, it's weak to quite a lot of common attacks, it's doesn't learn a good move set, it doesn't do much damage. Um though I know you like it conceptually.
I do.
I'm honestly more of a ninja-esque kind of person myself. Um what are you thinking though?
Um, I'm not sure. Nincada's also pretty good though.
I guess
I
I don't necessarily have as much of a connection to this line. I mean like it's decent.
I just like them.
You do like the line? What were you thinking before I brutally annihilated Sheninja verbally?
A.
You want to do A?
Mm-hmm.
We can do A. I like how I'm like I fucking just shit on Sheninja. Okay, A tier. Still gonna shit on it, but you know it's still it's cool. But I never want to use it again. The Exploud line.
I think Whismer's cute.
I do think Whismer's cute. Honestly, I think this is gonna be minorly controversial. I think the explode line is like peak creative Pokemon design.
No, you're right.
I don't know, something about it is just I don't know. I adore Explode because it's sort of ridiculous. It's just the whole shtick is it just has a really big mouth and likes to be loud. Maybe I relate to it. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, you do.
Um, so I'd honestly be willing to put both Whismur and Explode in eighth, or not in eighth, in S tier. Um, but I don't know if you think that's too high.
Or an S?
Yeah.
I'm fine with. Mm, how about Whismur an S and the other two an A?
I think if we're gonna put Whismur in S, I think I want Explode in S. I'm okay with Loudred being an A.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, you can put them all in S then, honestly.
and you even think Loudred should go in S?
Yeah, if you would like.
I think I'd put Loudred in A still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We
Quick,
got
give me a name for my Bulbasaur.
for your Bulbasaur. Uh. First I thought I was like Bulba or Bulby, and then I was like, no, and then I was like, I know, Booba. Wait, shit.
It's okay, I already wrote oh.
You know what? That's probably better.
I'll even add a comma afterward.
Okay, sure. Comma. Anyway, we're on to our boys Makuhita and Horiyama.
I really like Makuhita.
I think I like them both quite a lot myself too. A tier?
Sure.
We're both. Uh, we're great. Anyway, Nose Pass.
Hmm.
I think you like Nose Pass more than I do.
I like it a lot. I'd put it S.
Yeah, I'd probably put it like B, so I think we meet an A.
Okay,
That's cool with you.
that's fine. I'm sorry, I'm preemptively looking at the Gulpin art.
Oh, anyway, Skitty and Delcatty. See, I almost used this on my X team, and then I realized it can't learn any fucking moves, and then I just gave up on it.
I
Um,
think I think Skitty's cute, and I don't really care for Delcatty.
really?
Yeah.
I think Skitty is definitely the cuter of the two, but I feel like I do quite like Delcatty's design.
Where would you put it?
Let's just put them both in A. I could
I was
even argue for Skitty to be S, I think.
I'm going with Skitty S, Delcatty A.
Okay, let's do that. It's just very cute. Okay, now's the question. Do you prefer Sableye or Mawile more?
Sableye.
Really? Okay, I prefer Mawile more.
I've always had a bigger attachment to Sableye, but I think it's just because I have a big thing for ghost Pokemon.
What were you thinking for Sableye?
Hmm. I'd say like an A, honestly.
Yeah, it's funny because what would you say that A and Mawile B?
I'd say Mawile also A.
Okay, because I was gonna okay, yeah, I think they're fine both going in A. Okay, Aggron, another line that I think is very, very much grown on me with time.
Oh yeah.
Um, I'd even be one to put Aron and Aggron in S and Laron in A, but I don't know.
Sure.
You're cool with that? Okay.
Mhm.
Damn. See, we have such similar tastes.
Like it's more your taste.
You're not. Do you have any?
No, I mean I think I've just been influenced.
Oh, you like the same Pokemon I do?
Hmm.
Dang. I'm so sorry. Meditite and Medicham.
They're friends.
I sort of go back and forth on them.
Yeah, same.
I they could probably go B, unless you think.
I want to put Meta Titan A though.
I don't know. I feel like I'd put them about equal. Um, we just want to put them both in A.
Um,
Or are you really like adamant that Metatite is better than Metacham?
I'm very adamant on that.
Okay, then we could do A and B.
Thank you.
Yeah, but have you seen Shiny Metacham? It's pretty cool looking.
Hold on. Or we are not basing it off the shinies.
I know, but it is, I do very much like the Shiny for Metacham.
Okay, the shiny is very nice.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, anything that goes from a radically different color to blue just looks nice.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, Electric and Manectric.
They grew on me a little bit.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like I've used them a decent bit. But I think no, I could definitely see them going in B.
Electric and A. Miniature can go B though.
You yeah, you have a liking for the tier 1 forms, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, Plusle and Minum. Now, ignoring just how adorable these pictures are, I feel like they're unfortunately the weakest of the Pikachu clones.
The only thing I can think of when I think of Plusle and Minum is that one meme where it's like it's like dudes dancing all sped up or whatever, and it's like Plusle and Minum doing helping hand with each other for 30 turns right before I do an earthquake that one shots them. And so that's why I think they should go like no higher than B.
Yeah, I think B's fair. They're still cute, but I just think there's so many cuter ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and now we get to my irrational hatred of Volbeat and Illumise. Like
I'm fine with Illumise. I could not care less about Volbeat though.
That is the okay. I didn't think anyone had a strong preference for one over the other.
I do.
Yeah, I don't know why. I see them in Pokemon Go whenever I get them, and I just groan, and I don't catch them. They're one of the few things that I'll see, and I'll just be like, nah, and I just won't catch them. So yeah, what were you thinking though?
Volbeat to C or D, and then Illumise in B, at worst C.
Do that, I think, if that's okay.
Sure. Also, Badoo and Roserade are not this
I know,
gen, so
yeah, but
just left those in there.
Rosalia is. I was gonna be like, yeah, I feel like Roselia was made by having a pre-evolution and a later evolution, but then I just sort of thought about Roselia's design for a moment, and I went, that's actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Like, I definitely think the Gen 4 editions really assisted it, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah, definitely. I think it gave it extra value, but because I think, yeah, like you would never catch me in a million years using one of these in Gen 3 unless I absolutely had to. But at the same time, like from a design perspective, I do quite like it.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. I mean, I actually used a Roselia for a good chunk of my game.
well, yeah, but I mean, the ultimate goal was to turn into a Roserade.
But I realized when I was using it is that it was still pretty viable as a Roselia. Like, it wasn't useless, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, it could kind of fend for its own. I kind of got attached to it.
No. What were you thinking?
I'd put it A or B. Like, A, B at the lowest, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking I was leaning toward B because I think Roserade really benefits it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
But
think
it feels weird putting it. It feels weird putting it under Delcatty though. So I would prefer A, but like it doesn't feel like it's on the same tier as like Lombre.
I'm like, I'll do it if you let me move Metacham up to A.
Fine.
I'm just keep looking at that Metacham and B and going, I don't know. Even though I know you disagree with that. I like how we're just gonna argue all of our B Pokemon up to A. No.
Yeah.
Okay, Gulpin and Swalot.
S.
For both of them?
For Gulpin, Swalot could go an S or A. I just think I like the shape.
I'm gonna go both. Fuck it, both of them in S. They're funny. They have charm. Carvana and Sharpedo. I think Sharpedo's one that I've always very much liked.
I literally did not think they used to be part of the same evolutionary line for the longest time.
Nah, yeah, they don't quite. It doesn't quite make sense for a piranha to evolve into a shark, but you know that
You
do
know,
be how it do.
they do be.
Um, what are you thinking for him?
I feel bad because I don't have that much of an attachment to them. I mean, A or B, honestly.
Yeah, part of me is almost like wanting to put Sharpedo in S, but I know that just isn't quite right. I think we'll do A for both of them because it is basically just a shark,
Yeah.
blue.
Blue shark. Most sharks are kind of blue.
Yeah, this one's is blue. Okay. Anyway, Whalemur and Whale Lord.
Yes.
You know what? I was honestly gonna say that it's literally just a whale, and somehow it's great. It's
Oh, did you know a whale lord has a third of the density of air? It is literally lighter than air, like in
yet
terms
it's
of
like
density.
5,000 pounds or some shit.
Yeah, it is, but like considering the size of it, it's the density is not that big.
Meh.
Air
Okay.
is heavier than it in terms of
Huh. The more you know.
so true.
Okay, now we're on to our boy Numal and Camerupt.
I like this line.
I do too.
I'd
I'm
say A.
yeah, just you can't tell me that fire cows aren't great.
They're
Another
so
one that
nice.
I could probably argue Camerupt for S, but I can see also how that's just bias and probably not correct. Torkoal. Just a
On one hand, I like Torkoal. On the other hand, this thing killed my run, and I'm a little upset at it.
okay, but are you gonna tell me that Torkoal helping Spoink to get its pearl back isn't the most amazing thing ever?
What are you talking about?
I feel like we've had this conversation numerous times before. Hang on. Oh, I found it already. Hang on. Let me PM you the very important, meaningful clip that I would say.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, I honestly just think that clip alone somehow brings it from anything to S.
Oh, absolutely. Put it in there.
It probably should be A. Let's
Put
just
it in
do
A.
it. A. It shouldn't be S, but I do very much like Torkoal for the charm of it. Spoink and Grumpig. Everyone knows Spoink is S tier,
Absolutely. And then
and
Grumpig.
Grumpig's like C.
Yeah, it's C tier.
Okay, yeah. Uh, Spin. Okay, I'm not a big fan of Spinda, but I get why some people would like him.
I'd say like A or B.
I think we
Probably
do
closer to B.
probably B. I think is fair. Okay, the Flygon
S.
line. For which one?
Yeah. I like Trapinch.
I do quite like Flygon too.
And Vibrava feels like an A.
I think Vibro was. Vibro was still pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Cacnea and Cacturn.
Cacnea is an S tier. It is just a cactus, and it succeeds so
Really? You
well.
put Cacnea at S? I would put it at A, but
Oh.
you wanted it? Okay. We'll put Cacturn in A.
Okay.
I feel like they're kind of one of the dark horse lines of this gen.
How dare you? How dare you? Cacnea is great.
No, no, I mean by dark horse, I mean that people sort of sleep on it and don't think about it very much.
Oh.
I feel like Cacturn and Cacturn get forgotten, but I feel like I really do like Cacturn's design.
Oh
Um.
yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Agree. Okay.
Anyway, Cloudbirds, adorable.
Cloudbirds.
Zangoose
Okay.
and Seviper.
Okay. How you feel about Volbeat, I feel about Seviper.
I feel about that way about both of them.
Awesome. Can we put
Don't
it at the same?
slander just Volbeat.
Wait, what?
Don't slander just Volbeat.
Hey, I'm an Illumise stan. You can't.
Yeah, no, I feel like, yeah, I don't know that they're cool conceptually, but like, so Viper is just less cool Arbok.
Yeah.
It really is.
I see it in Pokemon Go and I'm like, sigh.
Nah.
It's
Yeah,
hard to catch and it's hard to want.
I'm debating. Yeah, I could. Yeah, we could probably even put it in D tier. Honestly,
That's what I was going to say, put it in D tier.
Zangoose is definitely the better of the two, and once
Absolutely,
again,
but I
its
don't have
shiny
it in.
is blue.
I do want to say, like, it's better, but I'm still not sold on it. I'd say like a B.
Yeah, I was debating between B and C. I think B is fair. C feels a little too low.
Yeah.
Like it's no Grumpy. Okay, these I know we're gonna have probably slightly different opinion. Lunatone and Soul Rock.
Okay. I like them.
I feel like I don't hate them. I feel like they've sort of. I used to be like, ugh, these guys, and now I'm sort of like, you know what? They're not
These
bad.
guys.
I'd say B, but I
That's
know,
fine.
yeah, I know you'd be willing to put them in A.
I would.
Do you have one you prefer more? Well, I guess you
Soul
kind of
Rock.
have to rate them the same.
You do. They're the same
Neither of
Pokemon.
them are, it's not like the Viper Zangoose case
Okay,
where
but here, tell me, which one do you prefer? Soul Rock or Lunatone? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Soul Rock.
Luna Rock. Anyway, next.
You couldn't even answer the question.
I don't know. I like them the same. One's a moon and one's a sun. I don't know what you want from me. Okay, Barboach and Wishcash.
Fish.
Okay, that's good. We're in agreement on that.
No, that's my only thought.
I put him in A.
I'd put him in A.
I think A's fair. Okay, Corfish and Crawdont.
They're fish.
Almost.
So close.
They're fishy.
That's that's a lobster.
I like them.
I like them.
I like them quite a lot.
Yeah, I really, really like them.
What are you thinking?
A.
Okay.
What are you gonna say?
I was debating A or S.
I think they're just. I think they're A.
Oh,
They're
okay.
solid A.
You have so many Pokemon in A.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous.
Baltoy and Claydol.
Another set of Pokemon I kind of got grown on. Like I used
Yeah,
to
no,
just look.
definitely.
I
I'm
look at
not a
them.
huge Baltoy. I really like Claydol.
I love Claydol.
Um, I would you want to do Claydol A, Baltoy B?
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, Baltoy's not bad. It's just not as interesting as Claydol.
Hmm.
Okay, now we got the fossil Pokemon.
I like the fossil Pokemon.
They're pretty solid. I think I like the evolved forms of both of them more.
Man, you and I are completely in disagreement here. I think the pre-evolved forms are very cute. Actually, I take it back. I do like Cordeli a lot. And Armaldo was a friend. They all there's no misses in their evolutionary lines.
Uh-huh. Are you just thinking a solid A for all of them?
Yeah.
Thank God we're putting something in A for once. We wouldn't want that tier to be lonely.
Don't.
Uh,
Oh.
okay, we got Phoebus and Milotic.
Mm.
Okay, now
Phoebes.
here's the question: is it better? Are they better or worse than Magikarp and Gyarados in your opinion?
Ooh, hard question.
I know. Like they're so comparable, yet they're so not.
Oh yeah. Like it's like really miserable looking Pokemon that turns into like something really cool.
I
Feedbass is like the Yassified version, like that line, like the Milotic is just Yassified Gyarados, but like elegant. You know what I mean?
I think yeah, I do think Milotic's pretty.
I actually hate to say it, I prefer it over Gyarados,
Hey, I'm fine with
but then I
that.
prefer Magikarp over Phoebus, which is the funny thing. Like I like Magikarp just because it just looks so pathetic. It looks like I need to like throw it. I need to like just slap it across the table, but like that, like in a good way, in a good way.
Okay, so I'm thinking we put them both A.
I think A is fair.
Another one that I could probably argue for S, but I think A is the best.
Could you argue for S?
Both of them, Phoebus and Milotic.
I'm honestly fine with that. I like Milotic a lot.
Okay, let's put them both S. It's gonna be real awkward if we put Magikarp and Gyarados both in A, but
Hey, it's okay.
anyway, we got Castform and Kecleon.
I like their concepts.
Yeah, I think that's the nicest thing I can say, though.
B at best.
Yeah, I think a B is probably fair.
Mm-hmm.
Chuppet and Banette.
I am a fan of ghosts.
Hey, John, we're doing some very, very important Pokemon Gen 3 tier listing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like Goofy. I like 3D.
The artwork?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool style, whoever made it. But
yeah,
we were just talking about the very important Chuppet and Banette. Bridget, what were you thinking for those?
I like them.
I very much like them too.
Alright, I gotta head out.
Okay,
have a good night.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so it's another one that I mean, I guess hypothetically could be argued for S, but probably should be A.
No, I'm okay with S.
You really want to? Okay. You know, I'm cool with that.
And then I also see Duskull down there, and frankly, if you don't think Duskull is an S tier Pokemon, you're just incorrect. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it in its little eye.
You know what? I'll give this to one. I'd probably lean toward A, but I'll give it to you. Dusclops, probably an A too.
Yeah, that's A.
Tropius.
I have an attachment to this because I got one when I played when I was really, really young. I really liked Tropius, and I don't know why I liked Tropius that much, but I did.
So do you want to do A?
Yeah.
Okay. You are Gen 4. Okay, Chimecho.
Maybe it's just because I only ran into Chingling as a kid, but I don't have nearly as much of a connection to Chimecho, but I still think it's really nice.
I like Chimecho more than Chingling. Baby.
Chingling is a little baby, excuse you.
Yeah, but Chimecho's a babier baby.
Incorrect. But you know what? I still like Chimecho a lot.
Let's put it A. Absol.
Absol. Very cool Pokemon.
Very nice.
A.
I think A is correct. Snorunt and Glalie, but not Frostlass.
Sorry, I'm a little upset. I was trying to catch a Grimer because I need to evolve it into a Muck, and then it used Memento.
Oh, rip.
Awesome.
So yeah, we got our Snorunt and our Glalie.
I like Snorunt.
And I like Glalie.
Okay.
So S.
S.
To be fair, it is the coolest cave in the game, minus Whismur Cave.
Spheal.
Oh, I'd even put Celio in S.
Hey, Walrein too, man. Get the whole.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like Walrein's a yes, and even for the middle evolution, I'd do it though.
Honestly, I feel like I could argue Spheal goes a tier above S, but
that. Yeah, we didn't do that for Mareep though, so.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, Clamperl.
That is just a clam.
Huntail and Gorobis. Now, the real question is, if you had to rank those three, what would your order be?
I literally don't know a single lick about them. I know Huntail pissed me off earlier today. Gorbis looks like Huntail and Gorbis look like horrible attempts to gender a fish, I'm not gonna lie. And then Relicanth looks non-binary. I like Clamperl.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Clamperl's my one.
Huntail and...
Yeah.
I got no opinions about Huntail and Gorbis. I just think that they're fish.
Okay, I want to...
like in a neutral sense.
I want to do Clamperl A, Gorobis B, and Huntail like F. I don't know why, I just despise Huntail's design.
Okay, can we meet in the middle? I think Gorbis and Huntail are both like C tier Pokemon.
Okay, sure. And A for Clamperl. Clamperl's definitely the best of them. And my irrational hatred of Huntail is getting to me.
I actually put him in D. He pissed me off today, so he deserves a tier lower.
Phew, thank goodness. I can rest easy knowing that they're not because Gorobus is still better than Huntail. 100%. Because I don't hate it.
Oh crap, wait, do I own an Ariados?
Relican!
Relicanth.
That
is just a fish.
I don't know why, but I like it. There's no rational reason for me to like it. I just like it.
It's nice.
What do you think? A or B?
I think A.
Okay.
He's a guy.
Love Disc. I mean,
Yes.
this is the most lazily designed Pokemon besides Voltorb and Electrode, and yet I still quite like it. Let's do A.
No.
You're putting Love Disc in S.
Yes.
I'm going through the A list, and I get to put a Pokemon in S if we're doing that. Let me see. Is there anything in here that should be in S? I can't. The only thing, yeah, no. If we're doing that, then I'm sitting here looking at this list, going, dang. But then maybe what? If we're going away, I feel like we could also even consider what Gardevoir, Sharpedo, Numel, Camerupt, Corphish, and Crawdot all for S at that point.
You get to move one.
It's too hard. Okay, fine. We'll put it in an S for memes.
Look at Love Disc. It's effective. It's a heart. It is just a heart.
Okay, now we get to what I would say. I think Gen 3 has the best. Well, okay, hang on. I'll hold off for a sec. I was gonna say I think Gen 3 is the best legendaries, and it has some pretty top tier pseudo legendaries.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Hold
on.
The question is, how do we want to go about this? Because I think I might have a stronger opinion towards some of these than you do. What do you think about Bagon?
I think it's like a S tier.
Okay, cool. I can agree with you on that. What do you think about Shelgon?
I think that's like an S tier.
What do you think about Salamence?
I think that's like an S or A.
I'm gonna do S. What do you think about Beldum?
I think that's like an S tier.
Okay, what do you think about Matang?
A. It's just there.
And Metagross?
I think I'd give that S.
Yeah, wow, we are like on the exact same page. I mean, I was debating Shelgon and A, but at the same time, it's pretty silly.
That's cute.
Also,
why does this Gligar know guillotine?
But I, you know, babe, I love you so much for putting Matang below all the other ones. It's just, you know me so well. Okay, and now we get to go to the. I think Gen 3 probably has the best set of legendaries out of all the games. In my personal opinion.
I like the Reggies a lot.
I'm looking at this lineup. I mean, if you told me you wanted to put all of these in S tier, I would just immediately been like, yeah, sure.
No, I agree with you. Put them all in S tier.
Okay.
I was honestly really scared to say it because I was ready to be like, the Reggies aren't that good.
No, I mean, the Reggies are a lower S, high A kind of category, I feel like, but even them, I think, are great. And then Latias and Latios are just adorable.
Yeah.
The Kyogre Groudon Rayquaza triangle is simply amazing.
Absolutely. I'd even argue the other legendaries are also S tier.
Yeah, I mean, Jirachi was the only one I was even, like, debating, but I think it's just it has a unique design, and yeah, wow, we have a very expansive S tier and a very large A tier with, I think, numerous Pokemon I could even consider
being an S.
Yeah, I think I'm considering. Okay, maybe definitely Carvanha and Sharpedo. Actually, probably shouldn't be an S. I'm still looking at like the Gardevoir, the Numel, the Camerupt, the Corphish, and the Crawdon, and I'm debating if any of those should go into S. if that's too much.
What do you want to go with this?
I'm debating like with the Gardevoir and the Numel Camerupt and Corphish Crawdon.
You need to say that slower.
Okay, Gardevoir,
Uh-huh.
Numel,
Mm-hmm.
Camerupt,
Mm-hmm.
Corphish,
Mm-hmm.
Crawdon.
You can move all 5 deaths.
Okay. Let me see where. I gotta figure out kind of roughly where these go, considering. These are.
Okay, but if you had to move all those to S, can we put Ralt in S too?
Sure.
Yay.
Numel would probably be. I'm just taking educated guesses because I don't know where they are in the decks. Admittedly. Or where the other one I said? Oh yeah, Corphish and Crawdon. That was around the water backhand stuff. That's probably like right. Actually, probably like there. Yeah, if they're together, it at least helps. Man, Gen 3 is solid. According to me, the guy
Ralt.
who is nostalgic.
No, actually not Ralt. I changed my mind. Surskit.
Sure. Okay, I'm gonna make it. Arrow above. Logo. Okay. Let's get rid of you.
Leave it in.
I don't know what my irrational hatred of Huntail is. Okay, let me download. Would you want to do Gen 4 as well?
Sure.
Okay, if you don't have a lot of homework, I'm honestly down because
I don't.